Welcome everyone for a talk on accreditation and overview. Let me introduce myself. Dr. Manish T.I., Professor and Dean Department of CSE, Adishankara Institute of Engineering and Technology, Kaladi. So we will look about different accreditations available for the professional institution and a brief introduction. When you define accreditation, accreditation is a third party attesting some conformity based on your demonstrations, what you have done and the competency you have based on some guideline. So this is basically an accreditation. A third party institution, either government or semi-government institution, based on some guideline will certify that you are competent in the professional area. So that is the meaning of accreditation in any form. When it comes to the different accreditation across varying from engineering, architecture, from medicine, business and all, we have different signatories are there which is signed based on the domain. When it comes to the engineering domain, we will be following the Washington Accord signed by n number of nations across the world. When it comes to the architecture, Canberra Accord is taken as consideration. And when it comes to the medical field, we have World Federation for Medical Education. And when it comes to the business schools, we have Association to Advanced Collegiate Schools of Business. So they are providing the accreditation. So likewise, each domain have their own treaties and their own signatories and their own association related to provide the accreditation. Anyhow, we will be looking all the four in just an overview, and we will go in depth for the engineering domain. When it comes to the Washington Accord, so it is basically an international accreditation agreement for UG program, basically professional engineering program, between different bodies responsible for accreditation in its signatory countries. Like for India, if India is a signatory country, the body we are associated is National Board of Accreditation. Similarly, all the different countries have their own accreditation bodies, so they all together come in a single platform and they come on an agreement of the quality of a UG program to be maintained. We have 20 signatories are there, which is India is one of the country, and 8 organization is a professional signatory status we have. And some of the example we are given. In India, we know that National Board of Accreditation, NBA, is responsible for that. When it comes to United States, Accreditation Board for Engineering and Technology, commonly referred as ABET, is responsible. In Russia, we have Association for Engineering Education of Russia, AEER, is responsible. When it comes to Canberra Accord, which is initiated in 2008, it is an architecture education related, and they will be accrediting on based on the architectural education and courses and their institutions. And different countries have signed that accord. Some of the countries we have listed here. United States, we have National Architectural Accrediting Board. For China, National Board of Architectural Accreditation of China. For Commonwealth countries, which is having India is one of the country in Commonwealth country, we have Commonwealth Association of Architects, so which is responsible for all the countries in the Commonwealth countries. So this is the Canberra Accord, which is basically for an architectural stream of study, which is initiated in 2008. When it comes to the medical education, or we have a World Federation for Medical Education. So it is concerned with the education and training of medical doctors worldwide and the standards to evolve and to accredit the medical schools. Instead of country, we have regional associations are there. For each region we have a different association, and India will be included in the Southeast Asian Regional Association for Medical Education. So India is one of this part in that association. We have Europe, there is one Eastern Mediterranean, we have another one Pacific region, we have another Africa, we have a different one, Pan American, we have different one. Like this, we have different regional associations are there. When it comes to the B schools, we have Association to Advanced Collegiate Schools of Business. In 1916 it has evolved. So it is providing accreditation to the B schools. It is formerly known as in a different name, American Association of Collegiate Schools of Business, and as an International Association for Management Education. So it is referred in different names in different times. Basically, there will be an triple accreditation format the B schools will be following, and it is provided by three largest and most influential B school accreditation organization, which are listed below. AACSB, the Association to Advance Collegiate Schools of Business; AMBA, the Association of MBAs; EQUIS; EFMD, Quality Improvement System. So all these three accreditation body in a combined form, they provide a triple accreditation for the B schools. Now, when it comes to the engineering, we will be having some discussion related to the engineering, and where India will be having National Board of Accreditation, and the types they are divided is like accreditation types is like for UG program we have two types, and the PG program we have one type. For UG program we have a tier 1 institution and tier 2 institution, and we have a postgraduate engineering program. And basically they provide this accreditation to the engineering institution, and there is also provision for the diploma also, and sometimes pharma also. Basically they are concentrated on the engineering UG and PG education. So now you look at what is tier 1 and tier 2. When it comes to UG engineering program, tier 1 institution, they will be focusing at the national importance institutions like IIT, IIC, IIITs, and also NITs, Central University, State Government University, Private University, deemed to be university, and the autonomous institutions. So these all comes under the tier 1 institution under UG program. So who are all these institutions which are listed here, we are going for the MBA accreditation, you have to go under the UG tier 1 institution. When it comes to tier 2, which is an affiliated institutions, which is known as non-autonomous technical institution affiliated to a university like our institution. That is, we have government colleges which is affiliated to Kerala Technical University, government aided colleges affiliated to Kerala Technical University. We have private and self-financing engineering colleges accredited to KT University. In particular, will be considered under this category, that is UG engineering tier 2 institution. Now, what is the difference between tier 1 and tier 2? Because the tier 1 institution have some freedom to change the curriculum, the way they teach, and they are more free to change the structure and everything. So based on that, the tier 1 institution and tier 2 institution are change is based on only marks given to the different criteria in the accreditation. When it comes to vision, mission and program educational objectives, the UG tier 1 institution will be having 50 marks, and when it comes to the tier 2, we have a 10 marks in higher than that, that is 60 marks we have in tier 2. When it comes to the program curriculum, teaching learning process, the far more freedom is there for the tier 1 institution. So they provided with 100 marks, and UG will be providing with tier 2 will be providing 120 marks. When it comes to course outcome and program outcome, this tier 1 institution can effectively, in alignment to the program outcome and course outcome, they can define their syllabus and their curriculum. So they provided with the highest mark as 175. That is a major deviation it's occurring with the tier 2, which is only 120 marks. So we will be nearly 55 marks are higher than tier 2 when it comes to the course outcome and program outcome. And student performance also, tier 1 having only 100 marks, but when it comes to tier 2 it is 150 marks. The more weightage is given to the tier 2 institution for student performance. For faculty information and the contribution, marks are 200 for both category. Facility and technical support, 80 marks for both category. When it comes to the continuous improvement of the institution, the tier 1 has given weightage with 75 marks, and tier 2 only we have 50 marks. Then first year academics, we have a criteria which is given more concentration, which is given 50 marks for both tier 1 and tier 2. Student support system, mentoring, counseling, something like that, we will be given 50 marks both tier 1 and tier 2. Then when it comes to the 10th criteria, that is governance, institutional support and financial resources and the financial management, which is given 120 marks in tier 1 and 120 marks in tier 2. So there is no difference. Altogether, the both UG tier 1 and tier 2 will be having 1000 marks. So the evaluation will be done for the 1000 marks, which consists of a 10 criteria. Now when it comes to the accreditation criteria, how it will be defined. The mission vision statement will be, we having an, for a common, there is a, for institution there will be a mission and vision. There will be a vision for the institution, and how to achieve the vision, we have different mission statements will be there for an institution. In alignment with the institutional vision and mission, we should also have a department vision and mission for each department, which are considered for the accreditation. So that will be in align with the institutional mission and vision. Then we should have a program educational objectives, means what is the objective of the program at the end. Like it is an institutional wise, like when the students was come out of the program after 2 years, what are the achievement, whether their objectives are be achieved or not, that kind of evaluation will be done in PEO, and it is an institution wise. Program outcome in UG, commonly it is defined by the NBA program outcomes, and UG engineering it is defined by the NBA body. Then course outcome will be related to the different courses or subjects which we are handling. Each have their own course outcome, preferably 5 to 6 outcome will be there for each subject. Assessment means the valuation, like how we assess the like whether we are assessing this outcome using any quiz, any assignment, any class test, any discussion, or any form of assessment for this finding this course outcome in the subject or a course. Evaluation means like how you are going to evaluate, like when you got a quiz out of 10 marks, there is a 10 question, what is the evaluation method, whether each question having 1 mark, or we will be giving weightage for different questions on based on the Bloom's taxonomy levels. So that will becomes under evaluation. When it comes to the mapping, like which question is mapped to which course outcome in the subject, which quiz question is mapped to which question, which assignment question is mapped to which course outcome. So this kind of mapping should be done for every questions which is given under the subject. What type of the evaluation you are doing, every question should have an corresponding map with a course outcome, whether it may be one course outcome or it may be a number of course outcome based on the question level. Rubrics is the rule in which you should provide marks to the students, like what is the rubric for in each question, and what is the method of providing marks. So the rubrics or rules behind providing the marks should be defined in the course. So these are the overview of the thing which comes under an accreditation criteria for each subject, each course we have to follow. Now when it comes to the UG Tier 1 accreditation, which is of a national important institution and all, we have three situations are there. One, which will be our course will be accredited with 6 year, or it will be accredited with 3 year, or it will be no accreditation is given. So the minimum condition they define for the accreditation for 6 year of accreditation for a UG Tier 1 UG program, engineering program, is that some defined condition they are given. They talk about like no deficiency or weakness in at least 7 criteria. We have seen 10 criteria. As of 10 criteria, minimum 7 criteria, you should have no deficiency or weakness. The number of PhD faculty will be greater than or equal to 30% of total faculty. Calculating based on an average of the current academic year and current academic year minus 1 year. So average of both these should be greater than or equal to 30% of the total faculty strength in the department. You are going for a program wise. So the program will be having a department. The admission in the department should be greater than or equal to 75%. Admission in the institution should be greater than or equal to 60%. And this will be calculated on 3 year. CA current academic year minus 1, current academic year minus 2. Average of this will be taken and they will be checking this value. And the faculty student ratio they should follow is 1:15, and this is also checked between the average of the 3 years will be taken. And another thing is that 2 professor should be required, or there will be option of 1 professor or 1 associate professor on regular basis with PhD, and it will be there should be there for the current academic year and current academic year minus 1. The head of the department should possess a PhD degree in the current academic year. When it comes to the 3 mark, we have some lightly rules have been relaxed in terms of numbers. For Tier 1, we have, instead of 7 criteria, here it is only 4 criteria. No deficiency or weakness in 4 criteria. The number of PhD percentage has come from 30 to 20% here. Admission for department from 75% it is came to greater than or equal to 60%. Admission for the institution remain as same, greater than or equal to 60%. And the professor and associate professor remains the same. Faculty student ratio is changed here. For 6 years we have 1:15, here it is 1:25. And HOD should possess a PhD in the current academic year. That is maintained here in the. So these are the requirement for the accreditation either for 6 years or 3 years in the UG engineering program under Tier 1, which is known as which is based on the national importance institution, NIT, IIT, IIIT, IIC, the autonomous central universities, state universities, deemed universities, private universities should maintain to get an accrediting engineering UG program. They require either for 6 year or 3 year. These are the conditions. When it comes to the Tier 2, we are still more relaxing factors are there. For getting a 6 year of accreditation, the minimum 750 points should be there out of 1000 marks, and we have to score minimum of 60% from criteria 4 to 6, 4, 5 and 6. You have to get 60%. And for PhD the same thing is greater than or equal to 30% of total faculty. Admission here we have 75% greater than or equal to 75% for the department, and there is a reduction for the institution wise. We have only required 50 greater than or equal to 50% for the institution. Again the year and everything remains the same. Faculty student ratio again we will be having a 1:15 is required, and 2 professors, 1 professor and 1 associate professor on regular basis, and HOD should possess a PhD degree in current academic year. That all remains the same. The difference is like the admission part the points which are there, because the previous in tier 1 we have a condition like there is no deficiency or weakness in 7 criteria and something second time for 3 mark it is 4 criteria. Here that kind of thing is not there, but instead of that the total marks it should be 750 of 1000 and minimum score 60 percentage from criteria 4, 5 and 6. That should be maintained. Again some relaxation there in the when you go for 3-year of accreditation of a UG program under tier 2, then minimum marks are reduced from 750 to 600 marks, and you should minimum score of 40 percentage in criteria 5 only. PhD percentage is also reduced, greater than or equal to 10 percentage of total faculty. Admission again greater than or equal to 50 percentage for department, greater than or equal to 50 percentage for institution. Here also relaxation in the professor and associate professor, either one professor or associate professor is needed for the with the PhD is needed. Faculty ratio again 1:25 is okay, and when these conditions are met, no accreditation will be given in the tier 2. So these are the conditions and which followed in the accreditation. When it comes to the program outcome for UG engineering program, that will be common for tier 1 and tier 2. They listed something for a 12 program outcome: engineering knowledge, problem analysis, design, development of solutions, conduct investigation of complex problem, modern tool usage, engineering and society, environment and sustainability, ethics, individual and teamwork, communication, project management, finance, long-term learning. So these PO will be mapped with your COs, course outcomes. Some sample is given like a vision for an institution to emerge as a center of excellence in engineering technology and managed by imparting quality education focusing on empowerment and innovation, which is we follow. And mission imparting quality professional education for total upliftment of the society in a global sense. Create congenial academic ambience that kindles innovation thinking and research. Mold competent professionals who are socially committed and responsible situation. So through this mission we will be achieving the center of excellence vision. When it comes to the program medical objective, that is also institutional. When what will have become when a graduate pass out from the institution, what the position they are going to reach, what are things they are going to attain. The graduate will be successfully employed in industry or academia. Graduate will be able to develop innovative computing solutions. Graduate will demonstrate communication skill, leadership skill, ethical values, commitment to teamwork in their respective field of work. So these kind of things, when they come out of the college and they will be in a respective position in different industry or academia or in leadership roles, so they will demonstrate PEOs when they pass out of the institution. For first time accreditation, the PEO calculation is not mandatory. Then we come to the department level. Each department should have a mission and vision. Here the department vision for computer science and engineering is nurturing globally competent computer science and engineering graduate capable of taking challenges in the industry and research and development activities. To achieve this vision, we have a mission imparting quality education to meet the need of industry and to achieve excellence in the teaching and learning, inculcating value-based socially committed professionals for development of society, providing support to promote quality research. Now there is another thing is called program specific outcome. Program specific outcome is only related to UG engineering, computer science and engineering. That is program specific outcomes. Program outcome is general for all the engineering branches are the same. For program specific outcome will be branch wise or the department wise. Proficiency in core area, student will be able to acquire proficiency in identify thrust area, that we have identified thrust area like data mining, image processing and security. And also another outcome is like software project management. The student will be able to analyze all aspects of software project including cost analysis, legal and ethical aspects, implement with the help of the professional tools for software project management. So these are the outcome related to the department under UG program. A sample course outcome, and this course outcome is basically came from the computer graphics. The student will be able to compare various graphic devices. That is the first outcome. Analyze and implement algorithm for drawing circle and the polygon filling. Like that, we should have nearly 7 outcome there, and this the 7 outcome can be changed to 5 outcome. We can like anything which is related to each other, we can connect together and make it an 5 to 6 outcome based on each subjects or courses we are having. So that's a thing about the UG program accreditation in a brief. Now we look at the PG accreditation for engineering. Again, the mark distribution is like this. The highest mark is for program, curriculum, teaching and learning process, which is given as 125, and all other criteria, 5 criteria is given as 75 marks. Program outcome, student performance, faculty contribution, laboratory and research facility. Laboratory and research facility is something new in the PG mark distribution, which are not seen in UG. Continuous improvement, and altogether we have 500 marks. When it comes to the accreditation of the PG, again the same thing happen, like mission and vision of the statement of the institution, programmatical objective of the institution, program outcome, course outcomes and assessment, valuation, mapping and rubrics. Again here the program outcomes and overview is given by the accreditation body. Rest of the thing is same as like UG program. Now when it comes to the award of accreditation, the rule they follow is like for 6 years you have to get the accreditation, you should score greater than or equal to 375 marks out of 500, and with 60% in each criteria. So you have to minimum you have to achieve 60% in each criteria, all 6 criteria. Again altogether in 500 marks you have to get 375 marks. When you have to get the accreditation for 3 years, you should have 300 marks or greater in 500 marks, and you should achieve 50% in criteria 4, that is faculty contribution, that you have to achieve. If you again this minimum criteria is not achieved, no accreditation will be provided for PG program. So this is the condition for 6 year and 3 year. Again it will be very tough for when it comes to the PG accreditation. And the program outcomes given by the PG program is like, and PO1, ability to independently carry out research, investigation and development work to solve practical problems. So that means the first program outcome they are given, every outcome is related to research. Second one is the ability to write and present substantial technical report and document, that is report writing. Third one, students should be able to demonstrate a degree of mastery over the area as per the specialization of the program. The mastery should be at the level higher than the requirement in the appropriate bachelor program. So when it comes to the bachelor program of the computer science, when it comes to the bachelor master program of the computer science, it should have higher level. So these are the program outcomes defined for the PG program, all the PG programs across engineering branches. So this is the overview given for the UG accreditation and PG accreditation for engineering, along with the different accreditation types for different domains. Hope it will be helpful to you. If there is any queries are there, again you can mail me. Mail ID is listed here, so you can note down the mail ID, and any queries are there, you can provide the questions to me or in any of the mail ID. Thank you everyone.